I'm really confident with how our team is doing. We're probably the best we've ever been.
I think the gap between Imagine and us is quite huge.
Most of teammates' games look kind of like controlled chaos. If we can kind of adapt to that chaos, we could do pretty well.
I don't really expect us to lose.
I think we'll be able to outmatch them in all our lanes.
I want to prove to myself I have the level to be in LCS.
I feel extremely confident coming into the match. I think as long as we keep a cool head, we should be easily winning these matches.
Welcome back, everyone, to our coverage of the North American Spring Promotion Tournament. Now, we've pulled a bit of a broadcast switcheroo. Joining me on the analyst desk for our next series is Sam, Kobe, Hartman, Kensler, and Team Impulse's AD Carry, Apollo. So first of all, gentlemen, welcome to the desk. Good afternoon.
Hello.
Nice to see you both.
This desk is much cooler than the other desk I was just at.
It is much cooler.
Temperature-wise.
Oh, temperature-wise. Well, okay. Okay, fine. Whatever.
Thought I was giving you a compliment?
I did. Well, we've got Apollo on the desk. It was a pretty cool
I mean, I
desk.
saw you giving me a compliment, but
I guess not. All right, well, Apollo, I have a question for you. We just watched Team Coast pull a 3-0 to qualify for the LCS. Looking at that team, how do you feel, or what impact, rather, do you feel they'll have in the LCS come the spring?
I mean, it's obviously like hard to say right now. They just played against Enemy, and I mean, I don't think any of us really expected them to do, or like, I didn't expect them to do that well versus Enemy. I thought it'd be a little bit closer to the series, but they were really strong. I think they kind of thrive off of emotion almost. Like they get really pumped, and then it could go like a lot worse if they lose a game. We kind of saw that versus, it was Renegades, I'm pretty sure. So,
finals.
But just like judging off their play, it seems like they're going to be either like middle of the pack or maybe even leap for like the top of the pack if they like do well during the off season.
All right, so about keeping that mentality.
It always is hard to do that for teams that get in Summer Split too, since you're going to have to wait. The whole game is going to change. There's going to be a whole new preseason, and there's all these different things that are going to come in. You know, Juggernauts, maybe Chris takes those up.
Yeah.
And they find a lot of success.
Well, yeah, as long as the game stays top lane focused, and you'd be happy to have performances like that from Chris throughout the season. Now we're teeing up the second series, Team Imagine versus Team 8. For Team 8's jungler and analyst, pro gaming is a family affair. Porpoise says his twin brother Cheese Beluga has been the rock that's helped him compete in the tough LCS.
Hey, I'm Braden Porpoise Schwark, the jungler for Team 8, and my brother is Lennon Cheese Beluga Schwark, who's the analyst for Team 8. My brother is my twin brother. We've pretty much done most of everything together.
Being a twin typically means that you're interested in a lot of the same things, the same hobbies, hang out with the same friends.
Having a twin brother is like having a copy of yourself in a way. We both like the same things, and we both are kind of equally matched in those things. We've always played sports together since a young age. We played baseball, volleyball, we did taekwondo, mixed martial arts. All these things we competed against each other, and then when it came to facing the other team, we were just the best teammates.
Me and my brother started playing World of Warcraft when we began playing games. We got really into the game.
And then when MLG kind of dropped World of Warcraft, we moved on to League of Legends, and that was like the majority of our competitiveness. When we got League, we had 2 computers, and we could play on the same team, and that was really fun for us because we got to be really competitive as a team instead of just always facing each other, trying to compete against each other.
When we began playing League of Legends, we knew from the start that we wanted to go pro in the same team.
We together kind of dreamed of this double LCS player in the same team kind of dream. There was a good chance for me to get into the LCS, and we kind of took that chance. Even though it didn't mean that we were both on the same team, we could take different roles and help each other in a different way.
When my brother was offered a position in Team 8, I couldn't allow him not to kind of take up that opportunity, even though we wouldn't be on the same team.
So when I got the offer from Team 8, I could feel from playing with the team that it had a really good chance of making it to the LCS. So I had to take it.
That was insane. Takes the Len into the Robin actually gets caught. There's the death sentence. That was huge. Team 8 have broken the cycle. They're going to get into the LCS with some incredible team fight play.
I would have preferred that we were on the same team, when we entered LCS.
So instead, we had him kind of join Teammate as an analyst, and he kind of followed the team that way and gave me support.
When I criticize my brother, it's typically very harsh, vice versa also. I feel like it improves us both quite quickly because we can be very honest with each other.
He just kicks me in the pants all the time if I make mistakes, and he'll say stuff to me that nobody else will really feel to say because they think it's rude. He'll just tell me the truth.
Hey, Britton, are you okay with me saying you suck at 1v1s?
To settle feuds nowadays, we just 1v1 in the mid lane.
You're going down.
He doesn't play that much, so I have a chance to beat him in the mid lane.
My brother thinks he wins against me sometimes in 1v1s, but in reality, it's just me suiciding on tower.
It's really comfortable to have him on the team because I always have somebody to talk to honestly and get that honest opinion of how things are going.
Our goal right now is completely focused on keeping our spot in the LCS.
An interesting dynamic to have a family member on a competitive team, especially at such a high level. You know, I'm trying to imagine myself playing, you know, any sport with a sibling of mine. I don't think it would go well.
The thing that stuck out to me most was the part where he snuck in. He was like, when we got League of Legends, we had 2 computers. Because that was huge. I remember with my brother, when I was little and growing up, fighting over computer time was everything. And that's why we couldn't play World of Warcraft together either. But when you get to be on the same team, it changes everything.
Yeah, Apollo, you had siblings. Was there any kind of competitive edge between the 3 of you?
I mean, like Kobe said, I had 2 older brothers, so that means I never got to
you never got to use it.
It was just like, okay, can I please get like at least 1 hour? But it was definitely not possible. But I used to play, you know, I played League with them sometimes, and then I just kind of got better, I guess, because they, like, I played when they were like in high school.
You have no idea
college.
how painful that is for them. I have a younger brother, and when your younger brother starts getting better than you at things, that's worse. Like you think it's bad being the younger one and not being able to get to do it. No. When you surpass the older brother.
My brother sucks.
Yeah, it's an awful feeling. Yeah, it's an awful feeling. Anyway, well, Team 8 very narrowly avoided playing in the promotion tournament. They were the victim of the first victim rather of Cloud9's 6-step plan for world domination.
Yeah, they were. I mean, they had dreams of their own of making playoffs, and they were knocked down to 8th after losing their tiebreaker match on the last day of the split. And you know, this series right here, this is actually going to be CaliTroll's farewell tour. This is going to be his last game with the team. Talked about it pretty much all during the season as well. The pharmacy school was kind of looming over them the whole time. So he has made that commitment. And he would like nothing better than to leave the team in a good spot and get them back into the LCS, sort of see them off in a positive manner. And this is actually a very good patch for him to do that. He's always been a guy to pick up new champions in the top lane, you know, play Poppy and things. Fiora is out on this patch now. Gangplank, as we saw, is huge. So those are either going to be permabans against them or we get some exciting games.
Yeah, speaking to Kiwi on the desk earlier, he was talking about how top lane focused he believes this meta is. You know, Apollo, to you, do you think CaliTrolls is the right guy for the job to make sure that Teammate re-qualifies for the LCS here before heading off to school?
Yeah, I mean, he's been one of those guys to like pull out the weird picks. Like, I think he played Gragas top. I've seen it sometimes in like solo queue and stuff, but I hope he just doesn't go too overboard in that sense, right? Like, I hope he knows when to tone it back. Like, okay, I'll just play Shen this game.
They've been quick to slap him with the Malphite and be like, "You're back on Maokai duty."
But I want to see him I want to see a Fiora. I think it was banned the last few games.
Yes, it was banned. It was banned in the previous series, so unfortunately we didn't see her there. But
hopefully we see her this time because she's pretty fun and like unique. And then Gangplank as well. I don't want to see him. He's just really no
pro player wants to see Gangplank ever.
Not Gangplank though. But yeah, I mean, he's definitely. I think he's gonna play like a carry top laner, and then maybe if things go like wrong, he'll probably go back to the tanks. Yeah.
Some possibilities for some fun top laners in this series. Now, meanwhile, Team Imagine has gone through a series of transformations this summer with a number of roster changes, but really came into their own once they locked in the lineup that they have now.
Yeah, specifically bringing over Steelback and Moon. I mean, Steelback, he had all this Fnatic experience, and he made that video about talking about how he was going to help the rest of the team, teach them as much as he could from his experience. experience over in Europe. And then Moon, this guy just popped out of solo queue almost out of nowhere. I usually peruse like the top challenger junglers and look for their runes and champions to see if there's anything I haven't thought of. And this guy had like multiple accounts and I had never seen him before. I actually thought he was a smurf of someone else. But he's been a really big pickup for them as well. Another good challenger jungler, maybe along the lines of Shrimp, at least trying to get there. But aside from the strong individual performances, this Imagine team has also had good shot calling and good map control, which has been kind of a rarity in the challenger scene. So that's one of the big things for them.
As Nady Carey, thoughts on Steelback?
Yeah, I mean, I've seen him in solo queue. He's done really well. He's just a solid AD carry. I don't think he like shines in any aspect in particular. I just think he's like an overall good player.
Consistency.
Yeah,
is key.
consistency.
Now, what about Moon? As most people don't have much insight into him as a player. Have you run into him in solo queue?
Yeah, definitely. And I just know that he plays Evelyn with Morellos and just one-shots me. Like, that's all I see. He just comes to my lane and then one-shots me, and then that's pretty much the entire game.
Yeah,
so.
good experiences with Moon.
Yeah, so
okay, well, that's
good.
all you need. If that works, it works. Well, to get this series underway, we're going to pass it off to our casters.
Thank you very much, Dash. Hello, everyone.